What's up, you guys? Welcome to YML Gaming. I am YML. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the hot spots, the right bait, man, and good strategies to catching these Murkray. Now, I know if you have fished for these fish, man, these things are by far the most frustrating fish to catch. They don't get caught one hit. Sometimes it's multiple hits. They scatter easily. They're fast as hell when they run away. It's frustrating, man, but we'll get it handled. So without further ado, let's get to it. Now I'm going to be fishing in the right hand corner of your map. When you first come out of the gates to see this, next to the number 3 red icon where the Grenier base is located on that shoreline. If you're not familiar with this area, then refer back to my trollop fishing video and you'll see exactly where I am. Now I wanted to leave this first portion real time so you guys can see how many Murkray I actually get to surface when I first throw my Murkray bait in. You want to use your Murkray bait and you want to use your Tulip fishing spear. Now granted, you're going to catch a lot of Gapala. Just don't stress that, man. They're a common species. You're going to have to deal with that. They're needed also, so just catch them when you see them. Don't let them hang around your bait. They will eat your bait. All the fish actually will eat your bait if you let them swim around your bait for too long. So just go ahead and try to get those Murkray handled. I like this area because if they do happen to run swim towards the shoreline in a panic, you can cut them off and still get those things caught. Murkray I found to be very stressful with catching simply because even with the Tulip spear, it can take multiple hits to catch one of them. And you see, I can get a lot to spawn in from one bait, but that doesn't appear to be the issue. The issue appears to be which one do I hit first. Now, I can give you a really good tip, and it's always worked well for me. What you want to do is, if you think there's a chance that the Murkray are going to scatter when you hit them, try to hit them when they're facing the shoreline, because that'll cause them to swim towards the shoreline rather than away from it. Another very good tip and absolute must is you don't want to fish anywhere in this location. You want to see these little puddles of air bubbles surfacing from the ocean, and this is where you want to fish from. You don't have to throw your bait directly on top of these puddles in order to activate the Murkray to swim into this area. They just have to be in the vicinity of where the puddles are bubbling up from, and you'll be good to go with getting these caught. Just make sure you check the entire coastline for areas that have the pools of bubbles bubbling up to the surface, because that will let you know definitely where Murkray are in that location or where is a good spot to fish for them. It only lasts for about, I think, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes at the most in one location. So you definitely want to just keep alternating, keep jumping between hot spots to hot spot to hot spot, and you'll get these things caught. Make sure you run a resource booster so you get double the fish that you catch, especially when you're fishing for these rare fish, man. You do not want to get like 20 of them and be satisfied and only have 20. Especially if you're trying to, bait these things for Murkray liver, or you're trying to sell them to the syndicate for standing. You definitely want a resource booster. This is a good spot too, because you can bullet jump between this area where I'm standing and the little island in the middle to cut off any fish that might scatter away from you. I also tested this bait in the daytime, because Murkray predominantly spawn the most at night, but you can get them to spawn at daytime. But I've only ever gotten one to spawn in per bait, and that doesn't seem like an effective use of bait, man. So after one complete night cycle of farming and fishing for these Murkray, you can see the stats yourself. Those are excellent. That's an excellent spot to fish from. Using my strategy, you will be good to go. I mean, you're talking 62 small, 20 large, 22 medium. That is more than enough Murkray to get baited up, to sell to the syndicate. Anything you want to get handled, man. So don't worry, the Murkray hunt is over. Use this guide and you'll be good to go. If you're new to YML Gaming, hit that sub button, smash that like, man. Thanks for watching. As always, you guys, I'll catch you on the next video.